Stand by for the start. And the green flag sends them away. Bernie Johnson in the lime green Charger. Round the outside, pushed and shoved by Bernard Roberts. There's Frank Hansel going into the concrete wall. Oh, he's all over the shop, Hansel, going up onto the infield. Ron Lethem missed him A-OK. Bernie Johnson the leader from Bernard Roberts. Then comes Mal Pring. John Maunder trying to barge his way through. Greg Cassidy driving up around the outside of Pring. He goes up into third place. Pring's really in the squeeze there at the moment as Cassidy goes round the outside. Pring drops back to fourth. Maunder moves up on the outside of him. Maunder goes into fourth place. The race leader is the lime green car of Bernie Johnson, followed by the 44 of Bernard Roberts. Starting to blow heaps of smoke out from under the back is the 44 of Roberts. The 15 of Greg Cassidy is getting up and getting closer to that lead, and he'll be hard to toss if he gets to the front, Cassidy. Then comes Maunder running fourth. In fifth place is Pring. Moving up on the outside, coming right round the concrete wall is Bob Brewer to try and go up into fifth place, and Brewer does go up into fifth place. Greg Hodges goes round the outside and is with him. He goes to sixth. Stu Robertson's tagging his way through. Greg Cassidy picks off another place up at the front of the car race. Johnson, Cassidy, Roberts, Maunder. Now there seems to be concern over the Bob Brewer car. Wait till we see what's happening. Yes, there's a bit of a flame underneath that Brewer car. Yes, it's a fuel tank. Brewer needs to watch that. There's trouble with Brewer's car. I think we've got to get him off the track. That fuel tank is alight. The fuel tank of Bob Brewer's is alight. We have danger on the track. Brewer, the man in car 2, now that the car stops backfiring, it'll be less dangerous. But whilst it was out there and backfiring, there was definite flame bubbling. There seems to be flame there now. It looks like the tank was just glowing up towards the top of it, if anything, and spitting flame down the bottom. Huge methanol fumes there because one of the track staff starting to cough and choke. There's methanol fumes everywhere, quite obviously, the way they're coughing and choking. Eyes starting to burn. The trouble is with methanol, sometimes you can't see the flame. Coming into the acceleration zone, 34 to go. The green flag falls. John Maunder goes screaming into the corner. Bernard Roberts. Oh, there's just pandemonium in there. That's a mess with a capital M. On their way once more, and Bernie Johnson takes up the running. John Maunder in second place, and Bob Brewer sliding through on the inside. He goes up to third. Stu Robertson goes through and up to fourth place. Bernard Roberts drops back to fifth. And they're running nose to tail, the top half dozen cars, with Bernie Johnson in the lime green Charger, the race leader. John Maunder in the blue and yellow car number 12 is holding down second spot. And Bob Brewer in the white car number 2, one of the test match drivers, is running third. Stu Robertson, another of the test match drivers, is in fourth place. And another of the test match drivers, John Brown, is running fifth. We'll keep our eye on that toll. Look at John Brown pulling a nice inside pass on Stu Robertson. Brown goes up into fourth place. Robertson drops back to fifth. Still, Bernie Johnson shows the way, but he's got the cars stacked up behind him, and it's going to be interesting to see what set of tactics will be used to try and get by Bernie Johnson. Here's Bob Brewer going up on the outside of Maunder. Maunder in second place. Brewer goes round the outside of Maunder. Brewer goes up into second place. Maunder tries to go on with him in third spot. Got hooked up on the windrow. Balked John Brown a little. Went out onto the infield. John Maunder losing it there, almost colliding with our Tetran engine sign. John Maunder parking on the side of the track. And the race leader is now Bob Brewer. In second place is John Brown. Still under the green light, and the race leader is the number 2 car of Bob Brewer. Then comes the car number 6 of John Brown, and these two are settling down to a head-to-head struggle with 25 laps of the car race to go. Brewer is the leader. In second place, Brown, trying to go through on the inside of Brewer. Brewer, Brown coming up onto the back of Brewer, challenging very strongly. These two cars running nose to tail. Brewer and Brown. Brewer got out wide. Brown got through on the inside. Nice pass by John Brown to go to the lead. And Brown hits the front, followed by Brewer. In third place is Robertson. Fourth place is Hodges at the moment in the 47 car, and then the car 23 of Nick Girdleston. Still the leader in our Coca-Cola Australia Cup Grand Classic is the number 6 car of John Brown, and he's starting to move right away from Bob Brewer in second place. Mick Markham is being black flagged and sent to the infield. And the lapping flag is out as John Brown makes his way through the slower traffic. The interesting battle at the moment is back in 4th and 5th place, where Greg Hodges in the blue car 47 is being chased by Nick Girdleston in the white car number 23, and then the red and white car number 5 of Peter Garrett is right behind them. So there's a very interesting struggle between those three cars. Hodges drifted out wide and almost allowed Girdleston to come up on the inside of him. Now Garrett is having a shot at Girdleston on the outside to try and pick up some placings. It's still John Brown. Bob Brewer has... John Brown leads. Bob Brewer has dropped out of calculations, and Stu Robertson has gone up into second place. Greg Hodges in the 47 would now be running third, or Bernie Johnson would still be up there going up with the top place getters in the number 10 car. He's doing well, Bernie Johnson. He had the pole at the start, and Robertson is right behind him at the moment, trying to move up into that second spot where John Brown is the leader. Robertson now goes up into second place. Johnson drops back to third in the number 10 car. Now Girdleston in the number 23 car is up to fourth. Johnson in the lime green car. Roberts going through on the inside of him. Stu Robertson taking a shortcut. Nick Girdleston going through. Bernard Roberts blowing heaps of smoke. Girdleston goes up on the outside of Roberts. Girdleston up into third place. The leader is the number 6 car of John Brown. He's coming down main straightaway. The second place getter, his nearest challenger, is the blue and white number 4 car of Stu Robertson. Then in third place, the white 23 car of Nick Girdleston. Girdleston behind Robertson, those two cars going down back straight away. Girdleston got some body work, flapping the front right-hand mudguard. Robertson and Girdleston. Interesting battle for second and third with just 10 laps of the race to go for our race leader, John Brown. Girdleston moves up on the outside of Robertson, tries to have a shot at him in main straightaway. Robertson still holding Girdleston out. Girdleston challenging very strongly. Girdleston moves up on the inside of Robertson. Still Robertson running second. Girdleston running third. Robertson and Girdleston still involved in this great battle. Here's Girdleston getting up on the inside of Robertson, and Girdleston goes up to second. Girdleston got in for second place. Robertson's back to third. Been a good drive by Girdleston. He started in about 7th position on the grid. Seemed to drop back a couple of places early in the race and then has come on very strongly in the closing stages. The number 6 of John Brown, stuck right in the middle of traffic, is the leader. Well, mayhem in the main straightaway. Ron Letham climbing out of the car. Greg Cassidy, Ron Letham and John Maunder involved in a problem in main straightaway. And Ron Letham is having words with Greg Cassidy. So we're only 4 laps away from a $1,000 payout to the winner. And away they go. Nick Girdleston takes the lead. Stu Robertson and Greg Hodges running second and third. So we've got a visitor who's leading the Grand Classic for Super Sedans for the Australia Cup. And Nick Girdleston, the man who's showing them the way. Oh, he got a little crossed up. I thought he was going to sell out there for a minute or two. And he certainly doesn't want to do that now at this stage of the race. The Canberra driver, Nick Girdleston, leads from Stu Robertson of Newcastle and Greg Hodges of Newcastle. Getting to the concluding laps of the race, the white flag coming out. 1 lap of the Newcastle International Motordrome circuit separates Nick Girdleston, the Australia Cup, and $1,000. Into turn 3 and 4, and the win goes to the ACT driver, Nick Girdleston. Second place goes to Newcastle's Stu Robertson. Third to Greg Hodges. And no time taken on the race.